Losing weight and body fat is absolutely impossible unless you're literally starving all day. Unless literally right before you eat your lunch, you're thinking about your dinner. And then right before your dinner, you're thinking about breakfast the next day, and it's a constant cycle. Is what I would say if I was an idiot, okay? There's a massive, massive misconception with losing weight that makes people feel like you're always supposed to be hungry. It's like that hunger is like a massive problem. It's always there. It's like a huge issue. You can't focus. Like, I've seen it time and time again, and I'm literally sat down on like a chair right now. It's like, why am I filming this video? But it's the perfect time. It's the perfect time. I've been thinking to myself about this, and the amount of people who I've seen where you're just always hungry on a cut, and you might shift the weight off really quickly, but then you end up binging the weight all the way back up. You end up binging, eating a ton of food, you lose some weight, you get lean for a bit, and then you end up binging it back up. Whether that's actually if you get lean, or if it's just you keep trying to cut, and then you're not consistent, okay? You eat good some days, and then in the weekends you lose it. And you know that eating in a calorie deficit is going to make you lose the weight. You know that training in the gym is what's going to build you muscle, but you're unsure if you can build muscle whilst losing the weight, or you've been lean before and you keep eating the whole foods. It's like, there's all these issues which just come up because everyone knows that if you eat less food, you're going to lose the weight. Everybody knows this, right? It's like common sense. You eat less food, you eat in a calorie deficit, you lose the weight, but it's not that simple. It's not that simple because it's not actually about that info, right? Like Coca-Cola have all the ingredients at the back, but you won't be able to make it. You won't be able to make their exact drink because it's not about knowing that you have to eat less food. It's about the actual structure and the way you eat, and it's about your mindset around food. You view food like it's a scarce resource. You view food like, I'm not going to be full after this meal. You view food as like a finite resource. Food is infinite, okay? You have infinite access to food around you. You will never be able to eat every single piece of food in the shops near you because it's like thousands and thousands of like different food items in there. You'll never be able to eat all the food, but you're viewing it like it's a scarce resource. You're putting it on a pedestal. And putting food on a pedestal is the biggest mistake you can ever make. As soon as you think, I have to feel like shit, I have to like restrict myself, I have to do all this, guess what's going to happen? You might be able to hold on to it for a couple of days, maybe even a couple of weeks. But there's going to be that one evening when no one is there watching you and there's leftover food in the house. And it's just you there, and then you end up eating it, whether it's healthy foods or whether you just order in. There's going to be a day where you just feel that hungry and you make those many excuses to yourself. And it is literally because you're putting food on a pedestal. You're putting it on an absolute pedestal. And the way you need to do it, okay, the way you get over it, is instead of looking forward to all your meals, you need to understand that your meals are going to be there regardless. You need to understand that you are eating today, whether that's 2 or 3 times. 100% confirmed you're eating at the end of the day today. You will be eating your food. And you need to start focusing on what's going on in between your meals. Whether that's your work, whether that's being the best version of you, whether that's your gym session. I want to progress this lift. You need to start shifting your focus into other areas. By other areas, like, you need to understand that the food is going to be there regardless. You're going to have lunch there regardless. It doesn't matter. Okay, like you're going to be eating lunch. So you have your lunch or you have your breakfast, and you need to focus on the task at hand ahead. Whether that's at your work, becoming the best version of you. Okay, that's step 1. You need to be hydrated. Whenever you're dehydrated, okay, your body can confuse it for being hungry. And this is like the easiest shit of all time. Like, genuinely, like, you should be guzzling water throughout the whole day. I promise you, if you're hungry and you don't drink water before your meals, you are actively being stupid, because there's a slight part in your brain which means you can still be thirsty. So I would definitely say drink a lot of water, even in between all your meals. Like, the biggest mistake I see people make, and what I made, and when I found my cuts hardest, is when I wasn't actually drinking water. Because when you drink water, it's going to fill up your stomach as well. Drink a ton of water throughout the day. Thirdly, you need to be eating high volume, low calorie foods with the essentials. You know ground beef is good. You know eating eggs with the yolks is good. Okay? You need to be eating these fatty meats every single day. Okay? But then you don't just eat the fatty meats. Put the high volume foods. Put the cucumbers. Put the cucumbers in there. Put all these other different foods with the higher, the essential foods. And then you actually nourish your body and feel full. Like, for example, you see my ground beef bowls. It's like ground beef, rice, okay, cucumber, lettuce, tomatoes, all the seasoning. So you're getting the ground beef in there, you're getting the nutrients, you're getting the rice or potatoes for carbs. Then you're putting in all these vegetable volumes with the food. And then it's a proper, like, it's an actual nourishing full meal for you, and you're actually gonna feel awesome after. Okay? So once you're actually focusing on the tasks in between the meals, you're eating high leverage foods, which is like proteins, carbs, all these like good veggies with it. You're seasoning it up so it's actually tasting nice. Okay? And you're hydrating yourself throughout the day. You're drinking loads and loads of water in between your meals. Whenever you get like a craving or you get a spike of hunger, coffee time. Coffee. It's like you get a spike of hunger. Don't go into fight or flight. If you get moody, understand it's the hunger causing you to be moody. That's normal. That's so normal. Drink a lot of water. Get a big bottle of water down it. You get that little rush in your brain. That's good. That means you're getting hydrated. You're feeling good. Have a coffee with that. You could put sea salt water and lemon with that. Guess what's going to happen? The hunger's going to go away temporarily. The hunger's going to go away when you down all that water and if you have a coffee with it. That's the life. You eat your egg yolks. You get your testosterone up. You eat your whole eggs, you eat your ground beef, you have the potatoes, you have the vegetables, it's high volume, you season it, you're nourishing your body, you're focused on your work. Your main focus is becoming the best version in you. Because as soon as you shift your focus into improving your work, I'm focusing on my business, I'm focusing on my clients, focusing on my physique, focusing on myself, that's where my focus is. And then the meals will come in the day because you're going to eat regardless. Remind yourself, I have dinner at this time. I have dinner at this time, it's fine. Don't negotiate to have it at a different time. Don't listen to yourself there. You're going to have the dinner later on. Then once you have the right structure with that, you're all good. You know, you're having the eggs in the morning, you're having your ground beef, your potatoes, your high volume, you're having your lean meats in the evening with the veggies. I don't eat sweet treats in the evening. I don't even have watermelon in the evening. I have watermelon midday. I have watermelon like now. I'm going to have watermelon soon. Or like the high volume fruits like papaya, right? Watermelon, strawberries, like low calories. I have that in the middle of the day because you're way more tolerable to give into cravings and binges in the evening, right? So I just have a load of veggies in the evening with lean meats, and I might have some carbs as well. That's how you do it. Okay, you've been putting food on a pedestal your whole life. You've been viewing it as scarce. Oh, I have to have that pizza. I'm so hungry and like I can't do this forever. You realize like when you go out with friends, that's necessary. You have this like all or nothing mindset around food where it's like as soon as you like go out with friends and you have a meal, like you think it's all over and you think it's like, oh shit, like I have to just give up now because I've already eaten one bad meal with a bunch of friends and work colleagues or family. Like, no, separate it. You have your structure, as I told you. You have the days where you're eating whole foods throughout the day, you're drinking lots of water, you're not putting food on a pedestal, you're focusing on your work, your gym, in between your meals. And then when you have that time when you go out with friends, that's necessary. You need that. Like, you need to go out with people, you need to socialize. The whole point in looking good and having muscles and having like defined muscle, what I've had, is actually so you can go out with people. I'm a big extreme, like, okay, I've drank before, I've been out, I've enjoyed myself, I've been on holidays, I've had meals with my family where I ate whatever the hell I wanted. That's the whole point. That is literally the whole point. It's necessary. Have a great conversation with the people. Don't be the guy who orders the whole menu and eats 10k calories. But yes, have the burger and fries, eat it. Have the starter. But then guess what you're going to do? You're going to see that situation as necessary. You needed to take one step back so you can take 100 steps forward. Because what would have happened if you never had that social break? You would have never been able to have a good conversation with the people you just met. You would have never had the new insights in life because you're getting new insights with every conversation you have with people in those social events at restaurants. And also, you would have just been like 10 times more hungry if you didn't have that meal out with other people. And you would have probably like been more likely to cheat later on anyway. So that's why whenever I eat out socially, I eat what I want and I enjoy it. And I know I'm going to get back on the bandwagon the next day because I separate it. I have my outside of social situations sort of rules and structure. And I have my in social situations structure and rules, which is like, enjoy it. And then outside of it, then I'm actually eating proper foods and I'm doing what I need to do. Because it's not about eating less food and just moving more. Anyone can eat less food and lose the weight and then re-binge it back up. It's about having the structure. It's about actually like getting everything in place, and then you know you can follow it for life. That's why I eat like eggs and red meat every day, and chicken and tuna and like fish and good shit and vegetables and fruit. And then you can worry about moving a bit more on the deficit, but you need to have your baseline standards in place for yourself. And that does involve having a meal with family and not thinking about it. Because it's not going to happen multiple times per week. Maybe on a crazy week, you might go out a couple times if you're on holiday, or if it's just a crazy week. But it might be once a week, might be once a month, might be once every 6 weeks. Doesn't matter the frequency, it matters what you do outside of that. It's not about that one meal.